Hey, how you doing? Rob Cushing here. It is video 7, day 7 of the 30-day video challenge. And what I wanted to talk to you today was about social media. Now, social media is something I promised I would touch on throughout the course of throughout this month occasionally. So what I wanted to do is kind of give you an introduction to social media real quick, very, very high level. So one of the things that people always ask me about, and people always talk about, are like, social media. Do I really need to do this? It's overwhelming. What's this all about? Well, really, social media is just kind of a way to engage with the larger populace, so to speak, the online populace. There are a lot of different ways you can go about doing it. A lot of people talk about like Facebook is the way to go, but what I always say is that you never want to have all your eggs in one basket. Okay, so there are so many different social media platforms you can use. I'll give you an example, the ones I use. Facebook, obviously. Twitter's great. Google Plus. MySpace, from a musician standpoint, it's actually made a resurgence and works out really well. The image-based stuff, which is Instagram and Pinterest, are actually pretty huge right now, and it's probably among my bigger followings. Trying to think anything else I can think of. Those are just a few examples. There's so much more you can use. There's blogs like Tumblr out there. There's Snapchat. Not all of those I'm familiar with, but a lot of them I am. And you don't have to be a master of all of them to use it. The important thing is that you make an effort to go out, use social media to kind of promote yourself, promote what you're doing. In anything that you're doing, really. So I use social media as a great advertising marketing tool for not only my business, my music as well. And I found it to be very effective. It's great because you get a two-way engagement with it as well. And it kind of really opens you up to a larger world. So, another question I get from a lot of people is like, well, social media seems really hard. What do I do with this? And it's like with anything else. There's different types of social media platforms, and they cater to different audiences and different types of audiences. There are a lot of people who are very image-based, and that's where Instagram and Pinterest comes in great. But you might not use that as much in Twitter. Twitter is if you really just kind of want to get a little more of a snapshot across. Facebook is obviously a great social engagement platform. And I would not discount Google Plus either, because here's the thing, okay? And obviously YouTube, which is really the biggest social media channel out there. Think about it, anything you watch nowadays is really on YouTube or on another great site like, a video site like WooCar.com. Video marketing is actually really huge right now. It's quickly becoming one of the biggest social media platforms and types of social media that there is, okay? So the reason I wanted to bring up Google Plus, because most people are on Google Plus. Google Plus has, along with YouTube, has a really unique situation. So when you Google something, okay, and the first two things that are going to come up if you Google something are if it's located on Google Plus, and if it's located on YouTube. And why is that? Because Google owns both of them. So it would behoove you in whatever advertising or marketing that you're doing to be sure to make sure that you have a Google Plus account and a YouTube account. So it's just a little tidbit to let you know there. Obviously, and then we get into other uses of like things like hashtags, laser focused targeted hashtags that you can use to really kind of open yourself even wider to like a broader audience. And obviously you don't want to use unrelated hashtags. Like if you're talking about a new song that your band is promoting, for instance, or a new business venture, you wouldn't just do like hashtag Kim Kardashian, because it's not really related and it's irrelevant, and so that's how it is. So I guess what I'm trying to say is that social media, especially in today's world, is super important to utilize. It's super important to engage with. Don't be afraid to use it, okay? Don't be afraid to explore new platforms. Don't be stuck with one. Don't think you have to stick with one. Look around, sign up for a bunch of them. I was going to say, I totally forgot, but I'll come to at the end of this video. So actually, Here's my call to action for you. Okay, what I want you to do, as always, number one, if you have not already signed up to subscribe to my YouTube channel, please do so. You can hit the subscribe button if you're watching this from YouTube, or head over to my YouTube channel link, which you'll see at the bottom here in the description. And number two, okay, I again have, I'm a big social media person, and I have all my social media accounts listed below as well. Please feel free to follow me on those. You get some great content. I'll be happy to follow you in return. Okay. If you see a social media link from me below and you don't happen to have an account for that social media, do yourself a favor. This is kind of really like a second part to the second call of action. Sign up on it. As the great Richard Branson said, if you see a great opportunity, say yes, then learn later how to do it. Okay, so with that, my name is Rob Cushing. Hope you enjoyed and got some content out of this. And take care and stay tuned for video 8 tomorrow.